My name's Kate Northcott Spall. I've been a campaigner for 10 years. I'm known online as Campaign Kate on Twitter. And I came into the forefront of cancer, the cancer world, when my mum was refused access to a new cancer drug. So I began my campaign about access to new treatments. Mum was able to access a new drug, but sadly it was too late for her. So since then, there's been about 10 drugs I've campaigned for and the Cancer Drugs Fund. So my real objectives are the right treatment at the right time for cancer patients. And Mum came up with that slogan on her deathbed because she feels that was what it was about. So for me, it's about early access, early diagnosis, and the right treatments at the right time. I work with all sorts of different cancers, but I have had women with gynecological cancers that unfortunately have not survived. In those cases, 100% of the issue was a late diagnosis. It was going back to the GP many times before any sort of active scanning diagnostics were done. And that to me is heartbreaking, because if we don't empower ourselves to ensure that we fight for that right to be seen and to have those treatments and to have those diagnostic tests, these are treatable cancers. And when you get to the point where they're not, it's devastating. So when you were raising awareness of smear tests, it was my smear test time. And so it was great to be able to promote that, not be embarrassed, not be shy about it, and say, I've gone, it's great. It didn't hurt, took minutes, and in that 2 weeks, it's all done and dusted. From getting the appointment, to having it, to getting the result, which is incredible service. What I did realise, and what I've realised from the different campaigns you've been involved in, I've realised the small amount of younger women. And I spoke to the nurse that gave me my smear test, and she said it's a huge problem with embarrassment, with shyness. It's crazy that we're still in that world when that can save their life. So for me, that has to be something that is a topic that is highlighted as well. I'm really glad you asked me to be part of this campaign, because I'm known for getting lippy a lot. And I love being a voice for people that are too ill or feel completely disempowered by the process. It's a real honour to be able to fight for those people and get their voices heard. So what I think I'd like is for people not to be frightened to use their voice, for people to make sure that if they have symptoms, if they are worried, please go to the GP, please get it checked. Don't go back 3 times, say, I need further tests. And if the GP has a problem with that, just say Campaign Kate said. And I really believe that. I think you have to be there. It does work. And I do not want any other women to die because they weren't lippy. They didn't say what they were too shy, they didn't say, they didn't realise the consequences. So just to be able to get this out on a national arena and get everybody talking about it is a massive start to how we're doing that. For me, my brand and what I stand for, I get lippy all the time, and I do not want any woman to die because they haven't got lippy.